Coach, tough loss. Can you blame it on that poor second period?
Yeah, I blame or not. Definitely the second period is what cost us the game tonight. I thought we had a real strong first period. We competed very well. We were above the puck most of the game. At times we forced them into turnovers, and obviously we were opportunistic. But for as positive a first period it was, we came out clearly not ready for the second period, and they scored two quick goals in the first minute, 18 seconds apart. We did not play the second period the way that we need to play if we're going to have success. I don't know that any team can play with that, just kind of being there and not competing the way we did in the first period. But when you're playing a real strong opponent, you certainly can't get tired. When you start to feel tired, you've got to match their intensity, and then they clearly raised theirs in the second period, and unfortunately we didn't.
Is that a good teaching moment though that you can point to and say, if we don't play 60 minutes, this is what happens?
I think it is. It's tough teaching moments, but every situation is certainly one you can learn from. We've played obviously three very good quality opponents here of late. Beat Sudbury, and for segments against Saginaw played very well. Segments again here tonight played very well, but when you're playing top-notch quality teams who are trying to compete to win the Memorial Cup, you have to play a full, complete 60-minute game. And I know that sounds simple, but we certainly need to improve that as a group and stress the importance of it.
On a positive note, Liam Greentree, Ryan Abraham both extended their point streaks. They seem to have developed some chemistry there. Is that part of the reason why you're keeping them together?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're in was it 11 and a 9-game point streak now? So, it was certainly something to consider when Ryan came back, missed most of the previous game, and then Greentree and Spellacy have a real strong game together. So there's certainly some consideration, in terms of how we were going to position the lineup. And again, I thought in the first period, things went well, but the second period, it certainly wasn't the way that we want to play, and tried to mix some things up in the third to get a spark. And we played better in the third, but the second period is certainly where we lost the game tonight.
Doesn't get any easier on the schedule. You play Brantford and Oshawa this weekend. What will you focus on? What will be your message heading into those games?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any easy opponents anywhere in the league. I mean, we're clearly at the bottom of the league, and I don't know that we're necessarily an easy opponent for teams to play ourselves. So we just have to keep focusing on being above the puck, competing, managing the puck, and taking it as one game at a time. We've proven that we can play with most teams in the league. We just have to make sure we do it for the entire 60 minutes.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
Anthony, tough loss against the Sioux. It felt like you guys didn't play a full 60 tonight. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an issue, to be honest with you, all year, us not playing a full 60 minutes. And part of that's on, kind of our team. We're a young team, but we don't make excuses for that. So, we want to come out. We're competitive in that room. So that game, us not playing a full 60 is on us, and something that we have to fix.
How do you overcome that?
It's hard because, guys are frustrated about the game, but at the end of the day, we got to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, we didn't play good enough, and it's no one else's fault but ourselves. So kind of just having that, being accountable and taking accountability will help us.
You've been playing with different defensive partners of late. How's that going? How's that process going?
It's good. It's been, it's kind of been like that all year, just kind of moving around with guys. So I like it, kind of just learning how guys play, learning different styles, and whenever the coaches need me to do that, I'll always be there for them.
NHL's Central Scouting rankings came out, their midterm rankings came out. They've got you at 101. Some people were surprised by that. Were you surprised by that, or did you even pay attention to that?
I mean, I'm big on, kind of go out there and play my game, and I guess the saying is proving people wrong. So maybe that and a little bit of I don't really let that stuff get to me. I feel like once you let that get in your head, you kind of change what you do. So kind of just going out there, again, playing my game, not really worrying about the outside stuff, and I know my game will take care of itself.
A big road trip this weekend with Brantford and Oshawa. The last few games have been kind of up and down. How do you find that consistency heading onto the road?
Kind of just same thing. We have to not point fingers and look at ourselves, and we have to trust each other. And there's times in the games where we're kind of duplicating or not doing our job. So kind of just doing our job and trusting each other. And we've shown that if we trust each other and we play the right way, we can beat any team.
It's been about a week now since the trade deadline. A few new faces in the lineup. Talk about how the room has adjusted to that.
Very good, honestly. We were a pretty tight group before the deadline, so the new guys coming in, they kind of just come in fluently, and we love those guys.
You're never too old to play in the mud. The only thing that changes are the toys.